So this is crazy. It just always happens every time that we cover a team. Right after we get done, I kid you not, like an hour later, I'll drive down to work and then I look at the news and someone from that. So there's breaking news from that team. And yesterday we covered the Browns, and then yesterday this news breaks: Browns rookie defensive tackle Michael Hall, who was their first. He was a second round draft pick, but their first pick that they had in the draft. We were praising this guy yesterday. And he's expected to be arrested, and he was, for a domestic dispute last night. Now, when you hear that, you're like, okay, what's the whole story? Because, sometimes, as we've learned over the past, some guys get accused of some things, and we find out the charges gets dismissed, and it's not really what happened. And sometimes there's horrific things that happen. So we gotta figure out what was going on. I did not expect this, Cricket. This is insane. These all allegations. Nothing's been proven yet. Yeah, right? My man's innocent until proven guilty. But the police say that he threatened a woman with a gun. And here's what happened. Here's what happened. Have you read into this at all?
I did. I read this yesterday, man.
He said Hall was arrested and booked Tuesday. A police spokesperson told ESPN he pleaded not guilty, according to the clerk, and his bond was set at $10,000 in a hearing scheduled for September 10th, which is like right after the season starts. So that's interesting. That's gonna be tough for him. And according to the police report, this is what's alleged. Hall grabbed a handgun during an argument, pressed it to a woman's temple, and threatened, "I will bleeping end it all. I don't care."
Yeah, pretty bad.
I don't know how you're going to prove that other than her word against his. But if there's some damning evidence on this, this guy is done.
It goes on to say that the woman's mother corroborated details of her account in a written statement, according to the report, including that on Monday night she witnessed Hall strike her daughter on the head with a baby bottle, choke her by the neck, push her head through a wall, and break open a bedroom door to drag her out. It says he drug her by her feet down the driveway.
Jeez.
What are we doing? This is the mother of one of his kids too, but they have an 11-month child together. Apparently the argument was...
I couldn't imagine ever doing that. This stuff always baffles me. I not so much that people would do, or someone would do something like this. I'm not shocked by that, because the world is just filled with people that are just terrible people, right? Yeah. It's just, pieces of shit everywhere. But this shocks me when it's like an athlete, someone's that got a spotlight on them, right? Like, how do you think you're ever going to be able to lose your temper and get away with something like this in today's age, right? Let alone what's alleged here. Remember, this is all alleged, but you got like authorities observed several indicators of physical altercation during the walkthrough of the home, according to the report, and also saw 2 handguns lying on the mattress. Now, I don't trust this part right here. They observed several indicators of physical alterations. Or altercations. Okay, what does that mean? Right? Like, we'll wait for the evidence to come in before you. I've seen too many times that police will throw that out there just in the court of public opinion on these, initial bookings, just to make people be biased against them.
It could just be a messy house.
Yeah, but 2 handguns lying on the mattress. If that's true, that's pretty easy to snap a picture of that and say, "Hey, this is what we found here." Right? You know what I mean? Like.
And you've got an 11-month-old in the house. I don't know. Apparently, this argument was started over the altercation began when she and Hall were discussing the financial needs of her daughter from a different relationship. I don't know if this child is in the house as well, or I don't know the deal with all that and stuff. But you have at least one child in the house here because they share an 11-month-old child together. You should not just have handguns laying around.
No, not underneath the mattress. Not good, smart gun ownership.
Right. So, and we know how the NFL's been pretty much zero, as they should be, pretty much zero tolerance on the domestic violence stuff for, the last almost decade now. It's been a big deal with them. Usually at least a 4-game suspension there, depending on the severity of the incident. So this is a pretty bad deal right here. I mean, this man's dragging her by the feet.
I mean, this guy, if he gets convicted of it, he's not worried about missing NFL games. He's worried about jail time. Yeah. I mean, that's got to be at least a year.
I mean, you would think, stuff like that. You want to make an example. Then they do.
As you can tell, we are not lawyers, people.
No.
But here's the Brown statement. They said, "We are aware of the incident involving Mike Hall Jr. last night. Mike and his representatives have been in touch with the appropriate authorities. We are in the process of gathering more information. We will have no further comment at this time. We have been in contact with the club." And then let's see. NFL spokesman says, "We have been in contact with the club regarding the matter, which will be reviewed under the personal conduct policy." I'm going to go out and say this right now. I don't think this guy plays a lick of football this season unless these charges get dropped. I don't see Commissioner Goodell allowing this to happen. I don't think the Browns are going to allow this to happen. Because I mean, there's some serious allegations, and what we've seen from the NFL, they tend to overreact without any evidence. They say they're waiting to gather evidence here. I wouldn't be surprised if he even gets released. If you see him get released from the Browns, then they've gotten something damning on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
They ain't releasing him.
And like Millie Goat says, and everyone mad about Butker for his speech there. Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, this guy hasn't played it down yet. They didn't even have a first round pick last year. We talked about yesterday. I think he went 54th overall in the second round there. So they don't have a lot tied to this guy. They didn't have to give him no big signing bonus or anything. They can cut ties with you right away, man. If you're a first round pick, the difference between a first round pick and a second round pick's a lot. And so
yeah, it still is a second round pick. It still is an asset. So that's why they probably haven't released him right away until they are for sure. Because if they release him and then all of a sudden, like 2 weeks from now, the Chargers get dropped, then he's free to go sign whoever he wants, and you just lost the rights to your second round pick. You know?
Yeah, you want to collect all the evidence here, but it sounds like they got a pretty good amount against him. You got the woman's mother, corroborating the details, says she was there and all this different stuff. So now you got two people against one. And I mean, this is a bad deal for this guy. And I think once the Browns do get all the details of this thing, it's probably going to be all she wrote for this cat.
Probably. But we'll see. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let us know. Do you think Mike Hall Jr. here is gonna play this year in the NFL, or what do you think? What do you think is gonna happen? Or is the NFL gonna overreact, or are they gonna let the court system work itself out? Drop a comment below, subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you guys on the next video.